Halo fans, what is going on? It is your boy Patman here, covering the end of month monster blog from 343 for the month of June of 2020, and I got a bunch of new information for you guys to cover in this video. Some of the topics that we're going to be talking about in this video are going to be some of the statistics from the Halo 3 flight that just happened on PC, as well as two very talked about community requests, and that is a fix for the Halo 3 hit detection, as well as Halo 3 and Halo Reach audio fixes. So I know a lot of you have been wanting that, so stay tuned throughout the video for that information. And in one of my previous videos, I also mentioned a new skull found for Halo 3. I actually have footage of what that skull does now, and it's pretty cool, so stay around for that. I'm also going to go over the Halo 3 customization and the Halo CE season coming up that is going to have all new customization options for CE. It's been officially announced. I also referred to that in a previous video, but I got some new screenshots straight from 343 for you guys to check out. And then for all my forgers out there, I'm going to go over some forge info for you guys, as well as a feature that a lot of my community has been asking for, and I've been trying to relay it to 343. We actually have an official statement from 343 on it, so make sure you guys stick around. And click that like button if you guys enjoy these kind of news update videos. And if you're new here, consider subscribing if you want to stay absolutely up to date on all the latest happenings in the world of Halo. Let's get right into it. So on the Halo 3 flight, I don't really want to say much because we've made several videos about it, but only thing I will say is that 350,000 people got invited into this flight. That is a lot of people, and almost 4,000 tickets were made on the Halo support site. So 343 is going to have a lot of feedback to go over, so that's good. Now, for those of you who might have missed the announcement, ODST Firefight is coming to MCC. It's coming later this summer, and Halo 3 ODST campaign-wise is the next thing on the list after the release of Halo 3. That will be getting flighted as well. Make sure you guys are subscribed here to the channel so you guys know when those flights will be happening. So as far as the audio issues are concerned, they went into this really long description of basically exactly what is happening with Halo Reach's audio and the problems that arose, as well as Halo 3's audio. Both being 360 titles, they had some audio issues that they had to iron out. But long story short, the releases for these fixes for Halo 3 and Halo Reach will actually be coming with the release of Halo 3 in that patch. Now, as far as Halo 3 hit detection, something I've always had a problem with, especially with Halo 3's battle rifle. Always felt that it was off, you have to lead your shots, but there's still some sort of inconsistency with that battle rifle, and it performs even worse in MCC. Even though Halo 3 on PC felt wonderful, it's still the MCC version, which is much different than the Legacy version. A lot of people were pointing this out, and 343 has actually came out with some facts. And basically, the Halo 3 BR velocity is 180 world units per second, compared to something like Halo 2, where it is 400 world units per second, and something like Halo Reach's DMR, which is 3,000 world units per second, which is basically, hit scan. Even Halo 2 felt like hit scan, but that's the biggest difference between the Halo 3, Halo 2, and DMR from Halo Reach. Now, as far as MCC versus Legacy, they're saying because of the server tick rate and the changes that they've made, that it is performing differently. So the number of world units moved per frame is actually calculated by the velocity of the projectile, and it is divided by the tick rate. So in MCC, it actually moves at 3 world units per single frame, and in Legacy, which is the original version on the 360, it moves at 180 divided by 30, which is 6 world units per frame. So the bullets actually traveled a lot faster, I guess you could think of it that way, on the Legacy version, and that's probably why we're getting all these differences in the MCC versions. They say they are working on a fix for this, and that it takes time to fix, and that is time taken away from launching other games in MCC as well as Halo 3. So I don't know if this means that they're actually going to fix this before launch. You would hope that they would, but at the same time, I got a feeling that they might launch the game like it was in the flight. I mean, they launched Halo CE with the bullet spread on the Magnum problem. I don't see why they wouldn't launch it with this problem. I would rather them take the time to fix that, because that would really affect my enjoyment of the game. If I have an updated BR that feels a lot better in Halo 3, it would alleviate almost all my complaints with that game. I've always felt that it felt weird. I didn't like the way the BR felt compared to Halo 2, so You know, that would be really good if they fixed the hit detection on there. But we'll see. Now, one of my previous videos, I showed off a new skull for you guys called acrophobia, which is the fear of heights. And I thought it might have something to do with flying, and it does. You could actually fly in Halo 3, and this was basically a developer cheat back in the day for Halo 3 that basically lets you do a button combination and you could fly away. And I got footage in the background for you guys here, and this is actually just going to be mapped to the new bumper jumper control preset, which was called Jumper Jumper, where you just double tap your jump button, which would be LB on bumper jumper, and you could basically use the jetpack in Halo Reach. This was introduced when Halo Reach launched. So now in Halo 3, when you have the acrophobia skull on, you just double tap LB and you will go flying to whatever direction you're looking. It's really cool. It's kind of weird looking, but hey, it's new content in Halo 3. Like, whoever thought we would get new skulls, and they actually said it was much easier to implement than they thought it would be. So maybe we'll get some other skulls in the future. Let me know in the comments section down below what kind of skulls you guys would like to see. How about one where Chief can actually swim in water? That'd be nice. Now let's talk about the Halo 3 customization and Season 2 for the Halo CE customization options. That's really exciting stuff. So for Halo 3, they are bringing back the functionality for emblems, your actual player emblem, to appear in-game on your armor. They added the tertiary color back so that you could customize your character more effectively and stick out from the crowd, as well as finally bringing back the original way that Halo 3 customization worked. And by this, I mean being able to customize your left and right shoulder pieces, as well as your chest and helmet piece. Now, 343 does mention later on, after talking about the CE customization, which we're about to get into, that they think people are going to be stoked to see what kind of crazy stuff they come up for with the different titles in MCC. Now, there are some things coming around right now that are circulating on YouTube as far as Halo 4 customization, like black undersuits, and I'll show that in the video right here. So that's pretty exciting, and I really do hope to see maybe in the future the lights on your armor in Halo 3 being able to be customized, kind of like they were in El Dorito or Halo Online. I think that would be a really cool feature to bring about. Now, before we get into the CE customization, they are adding some new stuff to Halo 3, almost like a Halo 3 anniversary for you folks out there. Not really, but in certain cutscenes, like where there's art pieces like on the mission Cortana, where you're flying over the burning wreckage, they're actually implementing new artwork, or the intended artwork that was supposed to be in there but was never implemented, maybe for time constraints or for whatever reason. But there's a higher res version of this artwork that's getting implemented, and it's going to make the cutscenes look better. So I'm all for that. It's really cool to see, and you guys can spot the differences here. Alright, let's get into the customization options for Halo CE in the upcoming Season 2 for MCC. Now, this will be launching alongside of Halo 3 when that releases. Now, if for whatever reason you guys don't want to see these skins coming, or any of these visor changes, or anything to CE, you want to maintain the classic feel, there's going to be a toggle switch to turn on the skins or off the skins, so you could either view the game without them or with them. Personally, I'm going to be rocking the skins. I'm going to be viewing them. I think it's really cool that we're getting new content to old games. And in the background here, you guys are just going to see a slideshow of a bunch of different customization options coming to MCC. And this is really exciting stuff. Now, also keep in mind, this will be coming to the Xbox version as well. This is not exclusive to PC. And I failed to mention that in my last video. Some people had some questions, so yes, this will be coming to both versions of MCC, of course. Now, as far as weapon skins go, so when you pick up a weapon, your skin that you have equipped will be put on that weapon. And say you drop that weapon, your weapon skin is still going to be on there until somebody else picks it up. When somebody else picks it up, whatever weapon skin they have will be applied to the weapon. Same thing for vehicles, so that is really cool to see. Now, with challenges, we knew that there were going to be exclusive rewards for challenges as well, and that is further shown in this screenshot showing a item reward being a camo for the assault rifle. And in a previous screenshot, you guys can see that the gold camo is locked. So I love this. I love earning stuff in game through challenges. You know, being able to do something in-game to earn stuff, that is key to keeping players coming back to your game. So I love that MCC is doing this. Now let's talk Forge for all my creative people out there. Forge is coming. finally to Halo on PC with the launch of Halo 3. And that includes Halo Reaches, Halo 2 Anniversary, and Halo 3's versions of Forge. Now, it would appear as well that the Forge update that we've talked about so much on this channel is finally coming with the launch of Halo 3 as well, because the name of this picture in the background that you guys see here is Halo 3 Forge. So look forward to that, Forgers out there. I'm excited for you guys. However, they will not be including file share upload on PC at this time. They're still going to be working on that. So any content shared from an Xbox can be downloaded onto a PC, but content that is created on PC can only be shared from that PC by manually copying over the local files. But when Halo 3 does launch, they will include a detailed instruction article for you guys to tell you how you can share your creations, and I'm sure I'll make a video on that explaining it for you. And just in case you guys were not in the flight, Halo 3's Forge has changed for the better. So they've added things like phase physics, coordinate snap, rotation snap, and all those features were in Halo Reach. Those are now in Halo 3 as well, so that's awesome for you guys. Some people are saying like things that took them about 30 minutes to do in the old Forge is now taking 30 seconds, so really excited to see what the forging community comes up with on PC. Alright, now we're finally getting towards the end of the video. I know this one's been a long one, but this was a huge update, guys, and I could probably make more videos on it. Let's talk about the features that they end every big blog post with, those that are in active development right now. There has been some changes. Now, the view model adjustments for your guns is still coming, but there is an update to it, and this is kind of disappointing to me. So, view model adjustment, update. We are not going to bring these to all the games in the collection, and will be released for some titles in the coming months. So it seems like this is still farther out than people thought, including myself, and that they're not going to be bringing it to every single game in the collection is kind of disappointing, but maybe some games don't need it as much as others. But as far as 2 new features being added into the active and development section, if you guys are new here, there's always 3 sections. Ones that are in active development, one that are in design iteration, and then the stuff that's on the back burner in the backlog that they'll get to eventually. So 2 new things got added to the active development phase, and that is PC file share and additional video settings and options, which I'm hoping for like more customizable options as far as video settings, like actual shadow resolution or shadow detail, things that you see normally in your modern games, instead of just the enhanced, original, or performance graphics presets that are in MCC right now. Nothing new in the InDesign iteration stuff, but I'll go through it real quick. We got custom game browser, input-based matchmaking, regional server selection, crossplay between Xbox and PC, additional mod support, text chat improvements, better ways to report players, and double keybinds for all games that are all in design iteration. Now, in the backlog or pending further discussion, this is where 2 new things have been added. Let's go through what's already on there. The variable frame rate improvements for Reach and Halo 2 Anniversary, idle system improvements, bringing PC features to the console, like FOV sliders is coming, additional accessibility support. And finally, for my people that keep asking out there, split screen on PC has been officially acknowledged. It is in the backlog, and also HDR support for PC is in the backlog. And that's it, guys. There you have it. This has been a long video, I know. Appreciate you guys if you made it all the way to the end. Hopefully you guys enjoy these kind of bite-sized chunks breaking down these updates for you guys, because these updates take a long time, I'm sure, for 343 to make, but a long time for us to read through and dissect what information should be relayed to you, the viewers. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to catch you guys on either a previous video of mine or a future video of mine. It is now the month of July, folks. That means Halo Infinite news is coming this month. Keep it locked here to the channel to stay absolutely up to date on all the latest happenings in the world of Halo. I'm your boy Patman, and I'm out.